I forgot. Anyway, what episode is this, Karan?
86.
Welcome to 86 of the Soapbox. Here's your boy Sonny Tay. We got Karan in the building, aka Maul, with the San Diego shirt. You know what I'm saying? We got Solange in the building with the Solange gold chain. You know what I mean? We got Sam over there chilling, you know, in the cut. You know what I mean? How you doing, Sam? And we got a special guest. Hold up now. We got the lovely Zeta in the building.
Hello,
you know what I'm
hello.
saying? Get a round of applause real quick. How you doing, Zeta? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you?
I'm great. I'm doing awesome. Karan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Let me just start off by saying it's so nice to meet the people Dante has working for the team, finally. Dante
Facts.
has staff
What
on
you
payroll.
mean?
Shout outs to Sam. Shout outs
That's pretty funny.
to the team, man.
Thank you. Solange, how you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
That's funny. Somebody's phone's vibrating.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd take a call.
How you feeling, Dante?
I'm good, man.
How's
I'm
your
good.
weekend?
I'm outside, you know. It's a little chilly, but I think it feels good. I don't know. To me, I like the outdoors.
It's a little cold, but
Nah, it's comfortable, man. It's
beautiful
comfortable.
outside, man.
It's
Just
comfortable.
enjoying the fall weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, quick topic before we get into shit. So I was having y'all seen the thing that was going around? I don't know about you. You don't be on social media like that.
What?
But the girl that was on The View, I forgot her name. She's the one I was dating that's married to Young Jeezy.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I
I
forgot
actually
her
did
name.
see about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she
Yes.
was. They were talking about, I guess, alphas and betas and like women that submit to their man in a relationship. So she was saying like outside the relationship, she's a very dominant woman. She has a lot of power, but when she goes back home, she submits to her man. So a lot of my lady friends agreed with that, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm categorized as. I think I'm a adaptable. Like I'm not an alpha or a beta. I think
Okay.
I'm what you need me to be in that situation.
a switch.
A switch, exactly. So I want to ask you guys: do you guys think that you guys are alphas or betas in relationships?
I feel like I definitely agree with her because, like, I am a very dominant woman and, like, I can be very feminine, but I do have, like, a lot of masculine traits.
Okay.
Definitely a huge ego. But I agree that, like, I think it is very difficult for a relationship to work when you have two people that have such a strong ego. So I am trying to teach myself to be a little bit more submissive in a relationship because my ego is always a problem. Like, I feel like you just have to understand that men and women, I don't think will ever be the same. You know what I mean? We have totally different purposes in life. So I feel like because of society, women have like adapted to having a very strong ego, and I don't always think it works in a relationship unless you want to be the dominant one and want your man to be submissive to you. But like, I need a man in my life, you feel me? Like, I can't.
So you can't have a man that's like willing to submit to you.
No, like, in certain ways I think it can be equal.
Okay.
But I don't think that he should also make all decisions either.
Okay.
But I think that it's okay to be submissive to your man in a sense.
What does that really mean, though? Like when you say submissive.
I feel like taking on women duties, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
okay. That's what you
like-
mean. Okay.
I feel like everybody's interpretation of it is differently.
Yeah.
Like, when I think of submissive, it's like doing things that a woman should be doing, like not necessarily cooking, cleaning type thing as it was like back in the day. But I just think, I don't know, like just taking on those women roles about being caring, loving, and like understanding, like emotional, you know, like connecting with your family, realizing all of those things.
Yeah.
And then the man, I definitely think, I don't want to say should be the provider, but I think he should be the leader.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Solange?
Personally?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it depends on the relationships that I'm in, that I've been in, because I'm not gonna front. I do like a man.
My bad.
You straight.
Damn, Karan, but
I'm sorry, guys.
you good. I do like a man. I like to say that I don't have a type, but from previous relationships, it's always been like a very dominant figure.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that I would want him for me to be that submissive partner. Like, I would want him to, like, show that he's the dominant one on the outside, but, like, no, when we come home, that is not the way that it is.
Okay.
So
I see what you're saying.
So you're kind of on the fence about being submissive to your man. So like when
I
you come back
definitely-
home, you're like, so it's like you want in the middle type of respect.
Yeah, because I will always 107% like put my all in the relationship that I'm in.
Mhm.
So like regardless of whatever, I'll always necessarily not like always be submissive, like always like do what the other partner wants, but like you know what I mean, like always care for that being.
Yeah.
So that is like 100% always given,
Mhm.
but I need to know that you can switch and do the same thing.
How you feel about that, Karan?
Honestly, I'm still stuck on a submissive like
submissive.
thing.
All right, hold
So
on.
when
got
I
you.
think it's submissive, like maybe I'm just thinking like sexually, but like I'm just thinking like maybe just agreeing or just like not putting up a fight.
So
at
the
all with your
definition of
partner?
submissive is ready to conform to the authority or will of others.
Mm.
So
Okay, yeah,
I guess it's like
it's just
who
conforming,
makes the
like,
final decision type of deal.
Yeah,
So like going out to eat, like who's gonna choose where to eat, like going out to like who's gonna pay for the bill type shit. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with you, but at the same time, just because of the time we're in, I don't think it should be taken so literal, because realistically nothing is taken like
True.
so literal these days. I feel like everybody kind of has their own interpretation.
That is very
So
true,
like
yeah.
whatever submissive means to you, honestly, because like what submissive could mean to you could be totally different from like my interpretation. So
Do you
who
gu-
even knows what she means by submissive?
Do you guys
Mm.
think that two submissive people can be together?
I think yes, but I don't think it'll be successful, because
I-
who's gonna lead, you know?
Yeah, no one's gonna have a option of what they want to do. Like, imagine trying to be with your significant other, and then you guys can't pick where you guys want to go out to eat.
I've been there.
I don't like the idea of having one leader though. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know. Maybe it's because maybe I've always been quote unquote the leader, but honestly, like not saying I don't like that, but honestly, like I would want somebody who I feel like inspired. I think that's always my problem in like relationships. Like I'm always so independent, and like I'm always considered the leader, and maybe people don't feel like I need them, but I feel like I want a relationship where like there's not just one leader. Like we're all making like joint decisions on things and like contributing around the same. Like I don't know. I just find that a little odd in my opinion.
So you're like kind of the adaptable thing. Like you want people to like it's like
I mean,
doing
I'm
certain
definitely
things.
like, I guess, a provider or leader in a way, but it's like I don't know. I think that sounds like really old school.
Yeah,
old school
it
term.
does.
Like, it just
It
is
sounds
very
weird to
old
me.
school.
I don't know.
a little bit.
It sounds a little old school.
And she is a little bit older on top of that too.
Yeah.
So people like you
And
gotta ask
Gigi's
somebody
older,
that's
too.
20 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's a fact.
that same question, because everything for us is totally different.
That
now.
is true.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think I'm adaptable. I don't really care. But it's funny because I would want my woman to like have the tendencies of an alpha. Like I would
Yeah,
want
me
her
too.
to
I
run
like
shit.
that.
You know
I
what I'm
like-
saying?
I like that,
So like
yeah.
I don't mind like being a bit like falling back. You feel me? And but then it's also that clash. Like somebody has to submit at some point. So it's like I could have alpha tendencies, and if I want to be alpha, but you're not letting me, then I think that can clash
Yeah.
with people. So I think that's where it's like kind of gets tough
Yeah.
in a relationship.
But I'm always down to like fall back on shit too. Like I don't. Always
Yeah,
feel like
I really go with the
I
flow.
have to be like
Yeah.
the one making the decisions or say like whatever I say is the end all be all. Like it's good to listen and fall back sometimes. So
That's a fact. Okay.
Dante be having the questions in the tug. Like you
Yo,
can put this
come
in the
on,
group
y'all
chat,
gotta put
Dante.
respect on my name, bro. Give me my
Dante
flowers,
be having
bro.
the questions he know he's about to ask. And
Give
he's
me
like,
my
oh, I'm gonna catch
flowers,
him
bro.
off guard
Come
with this
on,
one.
man. I'm
Nah,
gonna catch him
I
off
see what you be
guard.
doing,
You know what I'm
Dante.
saying? So Zeta,
Yeah.
you recently came back from Cali.
I did recently come
Hey.
back from Cali.
How I'm putting all your shit out there. My
Word.
fault.
No, it's cool. It's
After
cool.
well, and just to
Well,
let
I
you know,
love
she's been
chatting.
quarantining for 2
Facts.
weeks. We're just gonna put that out there since
I
like,
have been quarantining.
it is
for
a
2
public
weeks.
platform and people are getting fines
Yes.
out here. So
Facts.
Dante's
Absolutely.
about
Oh,
to
look
snitch
at
on
Ron
everybody.
being-
No, Dante's about to snitch on everybody. That's your
You
bro.
gotta make sure you let them know that
That's
I
a-
quarantined.
That's a fact. How was Cali though?
All right, I've low key been back and forth between Cali and New York for this entire year.
Why? You don't mind me
Because
asking.
I wanted to move there to Cali, right?
Mhm.
So just like the timing and everything, it was like right before COVID started that I decided I wanted to go to Cali. So I just like packed up and then I went and I stood for a month and then like I came back and then it was very weird. Like it was back and forth. Like I would stay for a month and then I would come back to New York and then like go again. So
Yeah.
it was kind of weird, but definitely going down there during COVID and like all of the protests and everything were just like 2020 is such a weird year. I couldn't get
Okay.
comfortable out there. It was like I
Really?
couldn't even experience if I love Cali as much as I might have if it was like a different time. But yeah, everything just felt like so systematic. I felt like I barely had freedom, where we don't really have freedom like here in New York or in Cali.
Facts.
But being from New York, I always like loved Cali because you go down there and like everything feels so free. But like when I went down there during COVID, it's just like it just felt like so militant, you know, like everything was
Really?
so orderly. Yeah,
So
like
Even
you were
compared
there,
to
you were
New
down
York?
there for like lockdown and everything.
yes, I was down there
Really?
during lockdown. So I went down there right before the protest started, which I like didn't expect anything of it. I was actually staying really close to like Inglewood. So it was really weird. Like I would go out whenever I went to my Airbnb and then like just go out to like tourist areas and places that I knew. And then there was a curfew at like 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. Everybody needed to be inside. You had like military patrolling the streets.
Oh, really? For
Yeah.
real?
One day I got like a bike in Venice Beach and like I had rode all the way to Santa Monica,
Mm-hmm.
just like right there. And I like put my bike away or whatever. I like lock it up and I'm like walking around trying to find like some breakfast. Everything was like closed and boarded up. So I was like, oh shit, like I feel like a protest is about to start happening. And it was really intense because like of all the news in the media,
Yeah.
it felt like so overwhelming. I didn't really know what to expect, but I like to see things for myself. Like I'm that type of person, like I want to fact check you to see what's up.
That's a fact.
So I'm like walking through Santa Monica and then eventually like the whole vibe just feels so weird. Like I've been to Cali like for the past 2 years. So going this time, it was just like very odd.
Quick question, sorry.
Yeah.
Really quick question. Have you got to experience like the New York or maybe around New York City lockdown? Because I'm so curious, what's the difference between maybe like New York? Because I did hear California, which sounds weird, but they were more strict than New York. Because I feel like New York City, they were kind of strict, but honestly, there was still people like congregating like in parks. Of course, like they would get kicked out, but
Yeah.
I just feel like they weren't as strict as California, which is weird because there's more space in California.
I think it's all the news and the media. I don't think either place was more strict than the other. And realistically, it's just the media blowing everything out of proportion. When I was there, like in the news, I'm like reading about how like cops are being mad brutal against like the protesters and everything. And then I ended up walking right into like a huge protest on like not Santa Monica Boulevard, but like there's this road right before you go onto the pier.
Yeah.
And like I just walked into this huge protest and it was just like, oh shit, like what's going on? So you just see like
Yeah.
this one group of people start wilding and then like mad cop cars just start driving in between all the protesters. And then
Wow.
like they had their windows open, so it's like protesters are like getting in their face, like screaming at them.
A lot of tension.
Yeah, it was a lot of tension. Then you see mad helicopters. There had to be like 4 helicopters flying around the area, and the whole entire pier was just full of cop cars.
This
And they
happened
were
in Cali?
yeah, in Cali, and it was just so militant. Like they were all coming out in like their armor and everything, like a straight
That's
line.
crazy,
And
bro.
like it was just so tense. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm witnessing this. Like I was mad scared. I'm like, oh, like this is so weird. I never thought that in my life I would see something like that.
And you haven't been back since, right? Like, because I'm curious to know if your stance would be the same if you went back now.
I went back.
Oh, you went back, and how was it?
Things are definitely more calm and like free, but compared to last year and the year prior to that,
different.
it's different.
Yeah.
Everything is just so different. And then like after that protest, I actually went back to Santa Monica a couple
Okay.
days later, and all of the stores were just like broken into. Like there was just glass everywhere, like graffiti.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then there was like military on the streets. You couldn't even like chill there. Like everything was closed. So it was very, very weird. And then yeah, just because like all of that energy, I just realized that like I might as well be home right now because it just didn't make sense to be in a foreign area with nobody I knew and then like all of
During
this shit is
lockdown.
going on and I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, aside from that, I left. I stood down there for like a month that time too. So eventually the lockdown finished and things started opening. We didn't have curfew anymore. But yeah, and then like I went back down and everything's fine now. It's pretty cool.
Okay. So when you went back down, did you get what you was trying to look for when you went to Cali, in a sense?
Yeah, and I realized that New York is just home. Like, yo, if you are from New York, like there is nobody like New Yorkers.
What they all
Literally, like we are just so innovative and on top of everything. We are like the epitome of what people want to be. Like attitude, lifestyle. Cali is so laid back and it's great. It's free. You just love life there, the sun and everything. but New York, like no one is built like New Yorkers. I love it here.
It's hard to get. I always like feel like it's hard to get inspired, like
In
in a
California?
place like California, just compared to New York. Let's say, just because like you just see so much and see like so many industries and so many people that it's like really easy just to like take up the energy and get inspired by it. So,
Have you guys ever been
see.
down there?
oh yeah, I've lived. My dad has lived there for like 20
Okay.
years. So
I've been to Cali a couple of times.
And also
I
like
wanted to go, but
just going to downtown LA and like by Skid Row, like there's
it's
just
horrible. Like homeless people everywhere.
Really?
But
Homeless
downtown
people
is like
everywhere.
it's not like downtown like New York though.
Yeah.
Because LA is so big that like downtown is like far away from like let's say the hills or Hollywood or it's like it's so big that it's so separated. So yeah, their downtown is like shit.
Yeah,
It's,
it is.
It's
Really?
like downtown's like their industries. There's like a whole bunch of factories and homeless people, and there's a road called Skid Row where there's nothing but like hundreds of homeless people, just hundreds and hundreds of homeless people just on the street.
so you think it's worse down there, the homeless people in New York?
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of people
Really?
go out to California just to like a lot of homeless people go out there just since the weather is nice and the vibe, weed is legal. So
they have that one place that's just like free of everything. What's that place called?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah,
where
I
there's
think
just mad homeless
I've heard
people,
of that.
right?
Yeah,
Mad homeless people, and you can live freely, no taxes. Like you live off the land in Cali.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like they're very just nonchalant, but at the same time, like when Cuomo was like giving all of his updates every single day, I was in Cali during that time. I think it was in April, and just seeing like the governor from New York compared to the governor of Cali, like just in their governors, you can just tell like how their vibe is. Like
facts.
New York is so serious and Cali is just mad fake. Like everything's so covered up. It's like you
Yeah.
have this perception of Cali when you go down there. It's beautiful, like land of the free. Like everybody's just happy. The weather's beautiful. But then you're there and all you just see is like pain and like
Wow.
just sorrow. Like yeah, everybody's just drugged up, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's just like, yes, nice place until you're really out there and then just see everything, and it's like, why be
Damn.
out here when I can just be home and see
I
the
don't feel
same
like I'm
shit?
going to Cali then.
No, I mean,
bro.
Nah,
it's
it's
good.
Yeah,
worth
It's
it.
experience.
So it's
Yeah.
worth going,
It's
but
worth
then you
going.
realize like New York is really home type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New York is home. Exactly.
There's no
Okay.
place like New York. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
there's
Like,
Oh, there's
there's
not.
no place like New York.
Even though I'm
Yeah.
trying to move out, but there's still no place in New York.
Yeah.
So I understand that. So,
I can see you moving out of New York.
bro, I don't know. I think it's just too fast paced for your boy. Like I'm too late.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to be in the city, but
Nah, not even the city. I feel like upstate. Nah, upstate is kind of like my vibe actually,
Yeah.
because this is laid back up here. But either way, it's like,
I'm trying to get you to Jersey, man.
yeah, okay.
Jersey.
Yes,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
She don't like Jersey, bro.
Anyway,
She don't like Jersey.
I don't mind Jersey. It's alright. It's
You
not
talk
Connecticut.
mad shit about
there's
Jersey.
gonna be, there's not gonna be
not.
any Jersey slander while I'm here.
Oh,
okay?
now he repping
I'm
Jersey
repping my
now.
hometown.
I don't
Oh,
love Jersey. I'm not
whoa,
repping
whoa.
Jersey at all.
Oh my god. So, what made you want to do music?
Okay, so
Because I was surprised by me, honestly.
yeah, I know, right? So when I was younger, like I used to always write. And like I wasn't very vocal at all. Like I was just very reserved, very shy. So like I never really felt like I just had the confidence to do music, but like I loved it. Like I would just always write in my room and like listen to music and like just be so infatuated by it. But at the same time, like I didn't even know myself. So I was like, oh, like I love art. I was just always doing something artistic, like creating. And then just over the years, like actually dating my ex. So he was really into music. And this is another funny thing that I realized about myself. I was always dating somebody that loved music, not even realizing that it wasn't the person that I liked. It was just their interest that I wanted to be my interest. So, yeah, dating my ex, like he was really, really into music. And like, I would just always tell him about like how much I loved it too. And then I don't know, we just started talking about it, and then eventually like I just kept like coming out of my shell about it and opening up more to it, and like just really understanding like what it meant to be vocal and like how to love things that like are meant for you. So just like getting to know myself, I was like, all right, like I'm gonna just start writing to like beats or whatever the case is, instrumentals. And I did, and like I kept it just mad low key. Like I didn't want to tell anybody. Like I was just still
That's
not
smart, yeah.
confident. I was like, I'm gonna just write whatever. So I just kept doing that, and then one day, I'm very impulsive also. So one day, like I just made this song, and like I decided to show my ex. And I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna just put it out there, like fuck it. It was just made on GarageBand on my phone. Like I didn't even care, it sounded so shitty, but like I just felt like I couldn't move on if I just didn't do it.
Try.
So I put that song out there, and then eventually like I just started becoming more comfortable after that, and that's when I released my last song, which was also very impulsive. But now I just feel like I understand my talent and I understand my mindset and what I love, so it's just like natural to me now. It just feels like there's pressure, don't get me wrong, but a lot more pressure than I even anticipated. Yes, because of expectations. I'm very laid back also, so it's like I don't like to promote and I don't like to be all in people's face, and like I hate like
You just want
be
it
like
to speak for itself.
yeah, like I hate like trying to catch people's attention. It's like if you gravitate towards me, cool, but I don't want to be sitting here like just putting my face in your face and like my music in your face. So
it's not organic that way.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it doesn't feel organic, and that is my biggest problem.
I'm the
like,
same way.
Promoting.
I'm the same way, bro.
So it's like,
agree.
But I will say though, sometimes that can hold a lot of people back.
No,
Like if you're confident
facts.
in yourself, like you should. It's a big fear and it's a big thing for people, but it's like you got to just push through that.
yeah,
You have
and
to.
literally that's literally the only obstacle, which I'm getting there, but it obviously is my biggest obstacle right now.
I agree.
But
So,
yeah.
like expectation, talking about expectation towards like other people that's like trying to get you out,
I
or
think
like towards yourself.
My own expectations.
Okay.
I always just set very high expectations for anything that I do
Mm-hmm.
and anything that my name is attached to. So like whenever I do something, it's like I already see myself like 10 times higher than what I actually am. So sometimes like not fulfilling that bar can be a little difficult on myself, but I understand that it takes time, and I understand like you just have to wait until your time is your time. But just still, I always have a natural habit of like putting that pressure on myself. So I stress
Okay.
myself out. Like,
Okay.
I think that
OT.
is a good thing, but I will say, I feel like you probably feel that way because I do feel like you have a good ear. Like even like going, like I was listening to your songs on the way here, and even from like the beat selection, like
Yeah, that
I
beat was
think
fire.
you have a really good ear.
Thank
and
you.
I was just thinking like, what are some of your inspirations as far as like artists?
Okay, so I have so many inspirations. All right, my biggest inspiration, overall person that I really admire is Rihanna as like artist. So,
Okay.
One, because like she's such a queen. She's just royalty. I love
She is the queen. We
Such
love
a
her.
queen.
she's such a queen.
We love
I
her.
just love how she just went from making music to everything that she is now, and she just built a name for herself. So everything that she does, I respect. I love her fashion, her charisma, everything. I also really love J. Cole, Kendrick. I love Mac. Let me see.
Don't forget Isaiah.
Yes, I love Isaiah.
You got fit Isaiah in.
You gotta
Hold
throw
on.
him in.
I definitely have more, but I'm like stumped. I love SZA. Like, I have a very select group of people. Like, a lot of the artists that I listen to are like rap, R&B, soul. But then, you know, like I'm also Hispanic, so like I get a lot of my influences from like Hispanic music and just like everything as a whole. Like, it ranges a lot. One like types of music that I don't really listen to is like country, like pop, like stuff like that.
So that song that you put out, was that the song that you had it like in the tuck, like for a while?
No. So
Okay.
actually I had I've been making songs. Like I haven't been working. So there's
Okay.
a spot in my house. It's like the cave. I chill in there all the time.
Okay.
And it's just like the spot that my stepdad built for us. And I'm just always writing in there. One day, like I just started writing Strollin' Lonely. And then I was just like, yo, like I hadn't even been to a studio or anything. I was like, I'm about to just schedule like a studio session because I was like, yo, like I fuck with this song so much. So literally just that same day I wrote it, and then I made an appointment at a studio, and the next day I recorded it, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm putting this one out. Like impulsiveness works for me. So I just felt it, I hopped on it, and now I'm just like rocking with it.
You're on impulsive cancer. That's so weird,
So,
bro.
with that working, are you able to like write songs in 0.2 seconds? Like, how does that creativity spur for you?
So it's always different. Like there's weeks where I just can't even think about anything. I just get writer's block. Like I'll sit there and write like a paragraph or like just write a couple lines, and I'm like, fuck it. I just close my book. And then like I don't ever force anything. Like if
Yeah.
it feels natural, it feels natural. If it doesn't, I'm gonna just move on, because like I'm not that type of person that likes to just apply pressure when there's nothing like creative that I can benefit from.
Okay.
So yeah, like sometimes it happens where I just write a song like that, like literally in like 30 minutes, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, like this is it. Or like there's just sometimes where I write a couple lines and then like another day I'll write a couple lines, and sometimes like I'll look back in my notes and see if like if I am struggling with coming up with something, I might try to build something off of like stuff I already created. So it really just depends on like the day and how I'm feeling.
So we had a little wardrobe change. You know, Quran was too cold, so we had to get
Everyone was
wardrobe
cold.
change. You know what I'm saying?
Quran was too cold. Shut up, Dante.
My last question. So, what do you think has been like the most, well, aside from promoting, like, what do you think is like probably the hardest thing about making music? Like, is it like seeing other people like it? Is it about you liking it? You know, because as a creator, it's like you never think that your shit is good enough sometimes. I know that's my problem too. Like, somebody will tell me it's good, but to me it's not. So I always have to like erase it and go back. So what do you think is like the hardest thing so far besides promoting?
So actually, like, because I never really practice on my vocal ranges or anything, that's something that I'm learning right now, and I feel like realistically that's the like most difficult thing for me, just because it's like such a new, it's just something so new, like the way that you have to just vocalize and like just expand your breath and everything, like everything that has to go into vocalizing has been most challenging. For me, like really critiquing and other people's opinion, like I don't really mind any of that. And I'm really confident like with myself, and I know when like I make something that sounds good, and realistically, like, yeah, that's the most difficult part for me.
So that time in the studio, was that your first time in the studio?
Okay, so my first time in the studio was in Cali, and I didn't go for me, I went with a friend. But I recorded in there, and it was really intimidating because like it was my first time going in there. It was a really nice studio. So I didn't really create much. I ended up recording this one song, but I wasn't really happy with it anyway. So when I recorded Strollin' Lonely, that was like my first time I went like confident and ready and like for myself. So it was definitely a different experience, but I will always say that being a woman and like making music, it can be very intimidating, because it's just such a man's world, you know what I mean? And I never like met another woman like that made music, and like I would love to find like a female engineer. Like I would love an all women's team, no lie, because I love women.
Great.
But
that's another thing too. Like when it comes to like studio culture, like and bringing women,
mixy.
it can get sketchy. Like I've been to a lot of studios, and
yeah, so it's a
gets
little
sketchy.
bit weird sometimes, just like being the only woman, and the egos collide often.
That's a fact.
But yeah, like realistically, that's it. It's just adjusting, is not taking time, but it's just new, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see a lot of potential. So I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I was
like,
actually happy that you
you.
was like singing stuff, because I've always thought that you was like I've always thought you had potential to do anything. Like when I first met you at Guess, I was like, yo, she's dope. Like I could see her like doing something like big. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the fact that you started singing, I was like, oh wow, I could dead ass see her in that lane. So it's dope to see you. I like that.
But the thing I like about that, because I really see like when I know people have good taste, like it's like vocally, you can always get better with that.
Exactly.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't. I always tell people you can't purchase or acquire taste. Like you just have that, and I think she has a good like just music selection. Like I said, I love her beats. I think she even sounds pretty well. But I just like it's gonna get better. So
Thank you.
I like it,
That's
man.
awesome.
I'm excited to see what she has next
Thanks.
to come out.
Okay. Y'all want to speaking of music, y'all want to get into the new music for like 5 minutes, because none of y'all listen to new music.
No, I
Let's
heard
go
what
for
he's
it.
talking about. Yes, Dante.
We-
I'm the only person that actually does their job. But
What
it's
was
okay.
your favorite thing that
I'm
came out?
weak.
Oh, and I did check out the 21 Savage Metro Boomin.
It was
It
good.
was pretty
right?
good. It was
bro. That shit
it
was
slapped.
fantastic, bro.
yeah.
Clarify what?
21. That shit was fire, bro. Y'all have to respect on.
What's
21.
it called? Yes, absolutely. I love 21.
Savage Mode.
Savage Mode.
Oh,
Savage Mode 2, yeah.
Savage Mode
Yeah,
2.
it's
Those
pretty
are very
good.
I don't think I know. Do you know?
I definitely do not know.
It's okay. It's
So,
it's pretty good. It's
who
pretty good.
dropped? So Reason from TDE.
Reason
dropped
did drop.
something. That's a very good album. Y'all should check it out. You know, both of y'all, because y'all don't listen to music. You know what I mean? Very
yeah.
good album.
I feel like they would actually. I think
you
both
would
of
like
them.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I think you. Yeah,
think
y'all
they
both
both
like
like
it.
it.
Y'all both like it. Y'all
Okay.
both like it. Trigger.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
like
need the whole list.
I got you. I got you. Y'all like Trigger Man? Trey songs? Songs?
Yup.
Come
Well,
on, bro.
like, I haven't heard anything from him recently, but like I used to love him back in the day. It's just like he's old now, you know. Like
He's old.
He's not.
Don't violate my
Nah,
sister.
like 32 years old.
Like, he's not in his
He's like
prime
32.
anymore. Like
Nah,
that's
you can
it.
still be
Fine.
Zaddy.
I mean, is he not like considered a sex symbol anymore to women? Damn, once you get, that's how women like.
No, that's
so once you
not-
get older, you're just not a
That's
sex
not how I
symbol.
personally feel. I feel like it's the opposite for men. Like the older you get, the more they're like it's daddy material. Like the older women get, it's totally the opposite.
No.
It sounds like daddy issues.
Well, to a certain extent, because you. Well, when you say older women, I don't know how old. How old?
Mariah
Is it?
Carey can still get it.
Oh yeah,
And
and I,
good for age.
there's a
For
lot.
age, that sounds crazy.
Yes.
J-Lo.
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 So I can name
good.
Nia Long. Oh, I just saw Nia Long. Like
Nia Long does.
They're
look good.
honestly
she
all
still
beautiful.
looks great. Yeah.
There's
good.
so many like celebrities now just always look good. You feel
Yeah,
me?
because I think a lot of
Yeah.
celebrities are now like taking care of themselves a
Yes.
lot
Oh yeah, for sure.
more than like
Yeah.
prior celebrities. Prior, but like
Yeah, I mean that's prior celebrities. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Like in
And
the
that's what that sounds
90s,
funny.
and 80s and
I
90s, they were wilding. Like
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
Fucking
I wild
wildin'.
too in the '90s. Shit, that's when you can do whatever you want.
everybody's on coke
Literally.
and crack and, and
Trey Songz,
fucking
you know.
Quaaludes and shit.
Quaaludes.
But that's like-
I haven't heard
that's-
Quaaludes.
that's
in
like
a
70
long
shit,
time,
but-
bro, Quaaludes. But Trey Songz dropped a good.
Would y'all pop a Quaalude
Trap.
right now?
Stop.
I don't know what that is.
He always got to ask some like drug question all the time. What is a
I'm
Quaalude?
weak.
I don't know what a fucking Quaalude is.
Nah,
No.
what is it?
It was like a 70s version of Molly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made it
Yeah.
70s?
It was like I heard it's like Quaaludes are kind of trippy. Like they're more like they're more psychedelic, but it kind of has the same effect as Molly. But yeah, they were wilding on that in the 70s.
I don't agree with pills. I agree with psychedelics, but pills, I'm not,
I'm not a big
a
You
fan
agree
of.
with psychedelics?
Yes, I do. Definitely.
I don't know how I feel about
All
that,
of it
man.
kind of scares me, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
But
why I
that's
just
the
stick to marijuana.
problem. Everybody's afraid of it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not afraid of it. I'm afraid of what it can do to my personality because I know like I'm super like outgoing and like super confident. So that's
I don't
like
think it has an effect on your personality. I think the only way that psychedelics can be negative is if you don't know yourself and if you just let yourself be afraid. Because, like, realistically, like, a lot of people I know, and myself included, it's only been positive effects, but it's all about the way that you approach it.
Yeah.
And, like, you just can't be afraid, seriously. Like, you can't be afraid at all. Like, you just have to accept it and just understand that this is, like, just life, you know? And that goes for everything. Like, just don't be
Facts.
afraid. And you will be straight. And, like, there's so many positive effects of it. So,
yeah, no,
What are
that's
some
true.
psychedelics?
what are
Yeah, like examples.
shrooms and
Shrooms.
acid, like, which is LSD?
Oh,
I mean, there's kind of a lot. Yeah, like DMT. I don't know if like
I didn't know about
salvia
that.
is. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, salvia, DMT.
yeah.
Okay, I thought that was a different category. I didn't know that classified as like.
I know you're
Yeah.
not a drug person, Dante. Dante's very straight edge. Oh, he
Yeah.
drinks, but
I drink, yeah. But how we get psychedelics?
Oh my bad. I'm being stupid. Music. Yeah,
Oh,
reason.
yeah.
Reason was good.
Trey Songz was good.
I didn't hear Trey Songz. but
Trigger, you
I
know
probably
what I'm
won't check
saying?
it out, honestly. But shout outs to Trey Songz.
Shout out to Trey Songz.
That's
Okay.
not the mood I'm in right now.
You can got always be in the movie with Trey
Did
Songz.
you
bro.
heard Dom Kennedy's?
Yes, Dom
It
Kennedy
was
had
pretty
a great
good.
thing.
Like I said, it was pretty groovy.
Benny the Butcher dropped a new
Benny the
single.
Butcher
That
dropped a
was
single
good.
with Big Sean and
That's
Lil
about
Wayne.
it.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was slow this week.
Um,
Nothing really came out.
Shout outs
So-
to like Little People, Harry Fraud and Larry June.
They dropped something again,
They dropped another album. He dropped this is his third album this month.
bro. I have yet to hear
Shout
that
outs to
first one that you
everybody.
put me
That's
on.
that's another thing too. Shout outs to all the independent artists. They're like dropping 3 albums a month. Like
I love
if you're independent and you're sitting on a lot of songs, it's like yo, drop them. Like it's okay. Like I want to hear shit. Like even if it's
See?
not great songs,
This is why I can't get into new music that fast.
because a
And
lot
I-
comes out.
Yo,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a
Oh,
lot of
yes.
music.
Yeah.
that's the one thing I disagree because I kind of miss the days where like niggas took their time
Yes.
dropping music.
Like I
I
binge
agree.
albums. I just listened to Big Sean's album full through, and it's my album for the month.
I feel you. That's exactly how I am with music. I really like to
Yeah.
take my, like, when I find music that I like, I love to take my time
Dissect
to, like,
it and-
just,
yeah.
dissect it and take it in
Yeah.
and understand. I'm also not good with, like, quantity. Like, if you're just constantly producing music, I can't keep up. Like,
Yeah.
Facts.
But I feel like if I really love your music and I like you as an artist, like I'm gonna check it out. And even if this, like, let's say like you're dropping 2 albums a month, like even let's say the first album you drop, I like 3 songs from it. I'm like, okay, whatever. But you know, I always
That's
tell
not
Dante like,
whatever.
if as long as you're dropping music, like nowadays with like playlisting and it's not the fucking radio, it's not CD. Like we can choose what we want to listen to. So it's like I don't get. I mean, it can be a lot just to hear, but that's why I skim through music. Like they think it's crazy that I just skim through music.
Bro, he plays
I
30
can't do
seconds.
that.
No,
be
I
like-
just I play like 30 seconds at a time because I hear I listen to so
knows
much
what you
music.
can listen-
I just know what I like and I know like what's gonna catch my attention.
I hear you, though.
So I don't know. I kind of like a lot
But
of
nah,
music.
bro. I think the reason why I don't like quantity like a lot of music at once because, like you just said, if somebody drops one album and you only like 3 songs, I'm gonna get a little tight because especially if I like you as an artist, it's like damn. So now this album only had 3 songs I like. Now I don't know what to expect from the other album.
But yo, honestly, Dante, there's so many artists that drop an album every year, and their album drops, and I still only like 2 or 3 songs from it. So like, I'd rather you just drop mad music and
you pick
I just pick like as long as I'm getting music, it's cool.
I can't do that. I feel you though, because a lot of people like that. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
I feel
to
you.
have like spread out. Like take your time with the music. Like, you can tell when a project gets rushed and when the project gets like
yeah,
you can tell that.
definitely.
they took their time. So I agree with you.
Well, I mean, what do you feel? How do you feel about like Griselda and them dropping an album almost every month?
I feel like they take their time. Oh, I feel like they make mad music in like abundance. And
they probably just have so much music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So some of the songs we hear might be old type shit.
Yeah.
And they just put it on the album.
That is true.
And it just fits.
That's why I like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I hear you. But that's about it. That's
about
all
it.
music that we had.
Did y'all see the debate? That happened.
I saw clips.
I saw clips.
I saw clips. I couldn't watch this one.
I fell asleep
Nothing
watching
to do
it.
with like the people. I just personally couldn't watch it. But I heard Kamala tore that ass up. I heard she tore that ass
of course. I mean,
she held her own.
She held her own. And every time that Pence would start to speak over her, she'd be like, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
She was very aggressive. Like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You have to be aggressive.
You have to.
If you're a woman
Yes.
in any industry, or especially one that is male-dominated, like politics,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be aggressive. And Pence and Trump only know how to talk over each
Yes.
other.
Talk your shit, Sam.
This sort of, like, I don't know how they get people's attention, but they do.
Yeah.
And it's only because they keep spewing this shit that ends up catching their attention.
Yes.
Away.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they only know how to insult. They don't know how to actually get people together in a way that's productive and like helpful.
Facts.
Always harmful.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
speaking facts. When I was watching, actually, the presidential though, not the vice president one, but yeah, like it was so difficult to watch because every single time like Biden would try to talk, you just hear Trump like screaming over him, and I'm like, yo, I am not like retaining any information from this because
couldn't
there's
remember what
nothing
they
to
talked about,
retain.
bro. I
It
couldn't remember
literally
what they
was
talked about.
nothing. It was just insults the entire time, like Biden trying to say something and then like Trump just insulting. And obviously because Trump doesn't want him to get any words, and it's like
Of course.
nobody is attracted to his ideas, which I don't even know any of Biden's ideas because like all I hear is Trump, and I don't want to hear Trump. Like,
Yeah, you want to see what Biden has to offer.
yeah, and like you can't, and that's exactly what Trump is doing. He doesn't want to give Biden a chance to express his thoughts and get people to like him because he just knows that votes will be taken away from him. So
That's a fact.
he's so aggressive.
So you want to give us your review of the thing, man? Did you watch it?
Well, yeah, for the VP, it was definitely more informative than the first debate, than the
That's
first
sad.
presidential debate. It was definitely more professional. I mean, there's so much to like unpack.
Yeah, we don't gotta stay too much time.
Yeah,
on
we don't. I don't want to like just like spill your head off, but I will say, yeah, Trump. It's not happening. He's not being
It's a wrap for
reelected.
him?
It's a wrap for him.
No, I think he's gonna make
I don't.
it.
Knock on
think
wood,
he's gonna
yes,
make it.
but
And not even purposely that I want him to make it, but like he's really gonna be the president again.
I don't think so.
I don't think
I really don't think so.
I
I
it seems
really
that
don't
way,
think so.
But I feel like
Yeah.
in the end we might come through in the club.
It ain't gonna be-
I really
Nah.
don't think so.
I
but-
really would hope so, but
You gotta be positive,
Yo,
man.
you want to bet on it? Because yo, I'm so confident that he's gonna be president again.
I don't care enough to bet on it.
Damn.
More lives than the 200,000 lost.
Exactly. Nah.
How do y'all feel about Trump getting COVID? We haven't spoke about
He did
that.
No.
not get COVID.
he was just talking about, actually, I just watched an interview with him today, with somebody interviewing him about him getting COVID, and he was talking about how like they injected him with something
Got him.
and he started feeling better after. It was like some fusion.
I did hear that too.
Yeah,
actually.
and it's just like, okay, so everybody in this country and in the world has been struggling with COVID, but as soon as the president gets COVID, he just has something that helps
Well,
him.
I mean, they were even in the presidential.
No,
Whole freaking suite. He had a suite that had a private dining
Yeah.
area.
Oh, I bet.
I would assume.
I bet. Yeah.
He's Donald Trump.
In the hallways, just trying to get into the hospital for treatment.
Well,
crazy.
I mean, with that, he did say, even in the presidential debate, he did say that obviously they've been trying to in development with a cure for, since this whole thing happened. So I don't know how safe it is for him to inject whatever vaccine they have, but apparently it happened. So, but I'm sure he's gonna be fine. Like,
And he said it wasn't even a vaccine, it was just a transfusion. So I think
Oh.
through like an IV.
oh, okay. Man,
What's good with you, Solani? Like you and dog.
I'm stressed the fuck out, bro. I've been stressed since like the new political debate shit, and just to hear you say that he got like an injection or whatever, like, I'm a fake conspiracy theorist, but like I just love to be
conspiracy theory.
fact checking everything, bro. Right? So the fact that he said he got a little vaccine, he's saved after 3 days, and like. It's all our fraud. I feel like the media is just portraying something on TV to get us riled about something that we should be focused on something else besides this, and they're doing this purposely, so we're distracted. So like that just gets me so annoyed that he supposedly had COVID.
I'm about to fight these guards. Go to you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Funny
you're
thing, we
good.
probably even know them. We probably know them. Like,
Bro, it's probably them niggas on the street.
Yeah,
I know
I know.
exactly who they are. I'm sorry. You know.
No, you're good. I'm just annoyed with the whole process, with the whole entire thing, with how everything, like, this is the topic that we have to speak about whether or not he has COVID or not, when there are bigger issues, but like this is the big issue right now. Like, I'm just annoyed. I'm so annoyed with everything.
Yeah,
What do you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
Now, what do you guys think about COVID? Like, do you believe in it? Like, how do
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel
It's
about the
definitely
media?
I think it's
Yeah.
definitely true. I think they are withholding some information from us,
Mm-hmm.
like certain information. But I do believe like everything is true about it.
I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but yo, like, just traveling throughout all of the bullshit they talk on media, like, I just don't know what to believe, because like I just remember
I hear
them
that.
like blowing everything out of proportion in the airports and traveling, and how like California was a hot spot and then New York, but then you actually go out there and it's just like it's not ever as severe as they make it seem.
it's hard to say because I don't want to seem insensitive for people who are actually like getting COVID and actually being affected by it. Because honestly, it's a lot of people. Like, it's a lot of. I mean, it doesn't discriminate against like race or gender,
Yes.
but I mean, if you look in America, obviously, like, it's affecting like Black and Hispanic communities because these are the people who are overweight. Like Americans, it's like 40% like of Americans are obese. So obviously, it's gonna affect people. But even working in like or knowing people who work in hospitals, like I have family members who are nurses and doctors. Like even they were saying like during like the whole, let's say, peak of everything, they were saying, yo, people were coming in for like very minor stuff, and if they happen to pass away, like they were saying it's because of COVID.
Yes,
So
that's exactly what I
it's
heard
kind of
also.
hard to. I don't want to be insensitive for people who are actually like dying, because people are actually dying
Yes.
from it. So
I totally feel you.
Yeah.
That's kind
I
of
don't
my
know,
perspective
like
on it also.
out of the 200,000 people, I don't know how many. Like we just don't know. Like we just really don't know because we're not.
Because like
we're not informed to that
also
information.
people can be positive for COVID, but like a lot of people don't get symptoms for it.
Yeah.
So it's just like
It's like, how do you even know?
yeah,
How do you
like
really
how
know?
do you even know, and like what do you
Yeah,
believe?
that's
I
what I'm saying.
I'm just so 50-50 on it. Like,
yeah, like some of the information, like it's just some of it doesn't make sense, but some does. So like I don't really, I know it's true. It's just what they're telling us is like, I don't know, because I don't have trust in our government. Period. So that's just how I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna disregard like people dying. So I'm not gonna say that's not true. But it's like there's certain things. It's like COVID came right when it's the time for Trump to kick out of office. Like it just
yeah.
like
Timing.
timing is everything to me, and the fact that this came during this time.
Well, I mean, they've known about COVID
And then
like
he got
for
it,
a minute.
and then all of a sudden he chilling.
They did nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
Nothing.
just weird, bro. Like, and like homie got out. Like I don't know. It's like Ben's like the president. Like if the nigga wants to do what he wants to do, like who are you to tell? Like according to him, it's like I'm the president. Like you can't tell me what to do, type shit. So he could dead ass have it, and he don't give a fuck. And he just pull up to. I heard he had a rally today. He got to address like troops or something today apparently.
Yeah.
And they gave him the okay, even though he wasn't supposed. The doctor supposedly gave him the okay, so he about to address people, putting hundreds at risk if he truly does have
Aren't they
it.
giving people like big ass fines for not quarantining? Like, and
And
isn't
he's
that
the president. So imagine you giving the president a fine.
yeah something
Who
like
are
that?
they giving fines to? Like businesses or?
Like to people who are disregarding like the travel quarantine.
Yeah.
That's such bullshit, because
1,000.
I had to sign papers when I traveled, and like
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kinda
just-
bullshit,
yeah.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
on the
not
plane
gonna
they
say
give
much,
everybody-
but
yeah.
it's
Sus.
just such
Are we
bullshit.
still on lockdown from other countries?
Nah,
I don't
I know
know.
Canada's still
Certain
locked.
countries, because I know like you can go to Mexico and
Yeah,
people are
Mexico's
going to
good. Yeah,
maybe certain countries.
I know Canada. I think is still locked. I think so. Cause I was planning to go to Canada for my birthday.
Yeah,
this
you
year,
can't go to Canada right
and I
now.
couldn't
Yeah.
because they locked down.
Yeah.
So I was checking every day, and it's still locked. So I just
Yeah.
gave up. So I'm assuming it's still locked down. I would
Why is it just the Caribbean islands and like that are open in Mexico?
Because They need money, bro.
That's a fact.
That's how they.
We all need loan.
No,
Everybody
but-
knows.
no,
but
but
they
they
make
need
money off of
tourism.
like
I know,
American
yo, I know,
guys and
trust me.
They
tourism and
need
shit
that
like
shit. So
yeah.
they're like, fuck COVID, bro. We need that money. So I
Right.
get it.
Yeah, all right. When the cases start spiking back up, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next topic? Oh, expired friendships. So I recently came across a clip, and I actually had a conversation with somebody too. I'm always having conversations with somebody about this stuff. So, so a clip was saying how this girl was very depressed because she lost like a best friend of 10 years. Like they just stopped being friends.
Oh, they just stopped being friends. Oh, okay.
And she couldn't really figure out why they were not friends. So she kept internalizing it. She looked back in their history to see if she did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like mad depressed about it. So she went on this podcast and she was saying how like sometimes friendships are just meant to only go a certain time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I was having a conversation with my friend about it, and he felt like if y'all best friends for at least like 2 or 3 years, he feels like y'all could somehow make it work. Like he doesn't believe in the grow out of each other or like people in different separate paths. He feels like if you're really my mans, like nothing can tear us apart type shit.
All right. He
So-
says that now.
I agree. So I was like, I'm a big believer in temporary friendships. Like
hell
I feel
yeah.
like I meet people for a certain reason. Like I met like we shared a friend. I won't say anything. I'm just saying like like was a great ass person. I'm probably gonna believe it out anyway. But she was a great
was.
ass person. Like great.
I
I
love
learned
her,
a
yo.
lot from her. And we don't talk anymore. But I was the best friend, and I know like I was meant to meet her for that certain reason. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with her forever. Like I wish her the best type shit.
And if-
But
even
I'm
if
not
y'all-
reaching to be
Yes.
friends
oh
with her
my
type shit.
God.
But even if y'all
Amen,
don't
'cause-
talk,
You know what I mean?
y'all are probably
Love
like
her,
if you
yo.
if you guys saw her, like it'd be all good.
Oh, all good.
you know,
All good.
Yeah.
All good. So I guess I want to get your opinion. Like, do y'all think that friendships not last forever? Do y'all believe in like expired and temporary friendships? And do you guys believe like if you're best friends with somebody and then something kind of disrupts that flow and y'all just separate, are you guys trying to fix that up or y'all gonna let it slide?
Honestly,
Not let it slide, but like you know.
I think friendships, I think there's like levels to it. I don't throw away, like I literally have 7 best friends, and it's been the people I've known since 4th grade. Like honestly, when I meet people, I kind of like I have like a guard up like when I meet friends, like, and I do feel bad a lot of times because I do feel like when I do meet people and meet new friends, they try to open up, but I always have like a wall. So like I'm always cordial, I'm always nice, like, but there's only but so much you're gonna not get from me, but
so much I'm gonna give you.
so much I'm gonna give you because
sound
I
just
don't
like
really
me,
know
bro.
you. When people just use the term best friends so loosely, like when I hear best friends, I want to know like who the people you be around. I need to know your morals. I need to know what your family like. I need to know like that's people I consider best friends. Like you, I know all my best friends. I know their family. I can talk to their parents. I can talk to their moms. I know where they come from.
Yeah.
It's like people just throw best friends so loosely.
I agree.
It's crazy.
I agree. How do you feel about it?
So I definitely believe in temporary and long term. I think it all depends on the type of person and all depends on the purpose of your friendship. I think that every relationship you have is not, I don't think it's a coincidence. Like I think it's for a reason. I think you meet every single person for a reason, whether it's just a conversation,
I agree.
whether it's a friendship for 5 years or just a relationship. I have a tendency, like once I like you, like I'm a rock with you. Like I get very deep and personal with people, so it's either like I'm distant with you at first, and if we attract, like I don't like to hide that. Like I really just rock with everybody. I love building connections with people. But yeah, I think that there's just a reason for every friendship. I have a best friend that we've been best friends since 4 years old. So I see her more like my sister now, and it's almost like I feel like she just passed that whole best friend level. Now I have another friend that, like you said about like you're really cool with your friend's family and all that. My other best friend, I'm not cool with her family or anything like that, but like we just been there for each other through so much hard times, and I think that's a big thing too.
And
like
it still works out. For
yes,
you, like,
and it still works out. And now we were just friends before, and now I feel like we're benefiting from each other. And I'm really big on benefiting from each other.
Hell yeah.
Like, I can't be friends with you or be in a relationship with you if we can't benefit from each other. And I'm sorry, like, I don't know how other people feel about that.
A lot of
but
people like take, because
What do you
I
mean
think
by
the same
benefit?
thing.
What do you mean by benefit?
all right, I'm a huge workaholic. Like, I like to work. I love to make moves. I love to create. Realistically, if you're not on the same type of level as me, if we're just, I don't like to just chill. Like,
Yeah.
every time I'm hanging out with somebody, like, we must be doing something that's going to benefit my future, because if not, I don't need you. And like, we can still be friends and also have like a work relationship, but it's really hard for me to be in a mentality right now to just chill, because I feel like it's taking time away from myself that I can be using to like just advance and be successful. And it's really hard for me to just chill with people. And honestly, more now than ever, I have cut off a lot of people because they don't benefit me or they don't understand like my type of mindset. So I'm very big on benefiting from one another, but it's always genuine. It's never like I'm just talking to you because we're benefiting from each other. It's like we have such a good relationship that we might as well benefit from each other as well, because it might not last forever. So
That's
how
a
I
bar.
feel.
Yeah, that's definitely a bar.
I mean,
Yo, Dante. Do you see something wrong in that, wanting to benefit from someone?
I feel like I have a lot of friends that's there for a reason. So I don't need to have a friend that I benefit off of. Meaning, like, I could just have a friend for this one specific, like, friend is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, because I have best friends, right? I have few, but I have best friends.
Mhm.
So my friends, like, you could just be honestly there just for connections. You could honestly just be there for me so that we could like go errand shopping together. Like I have certain friends for certain things.
Certain reasons, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why when it's benefit, like, I don't need you to benefit me. You know, you could literally not be doing shit with your life, and I might still rock with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, all
Now,
of
at a
that is
certain point-
benefiting you to a
Yes,
certain point. Because
that's
even when
exactly
you say
how
yeah.
I feel.
At a certain
Yes.
point, will I distance myself? Maybe, but there's still gonna be love there. You know what I'm saying? So if I see you,
Yeah,
it's still all
definitely.
love type shit. But
Yeah.
I feel that way.
I wouldn't just like not be friends with you just because you have
You're
been.
not bringing something to you.
Yeah,
as far
because
as,
I don't
like,
really, because everybody's pathway is
contributions.
different. Everybody's path is different. So
Yeah.
just because I'm at a certain stage and you're not there yet, I'm not gonna penalize you for that.
Yeah,
Maybe that's not
I
your
agree
time
with
yet.
you.
So that's how I feel.
I think benefiting, though, I don't think it necessarily needs to be such a big benefit. Like, to me, benefiting could just mean, like, I feel comfortable talking to you, or, like, I feel comfortable doing this with you. You know what
Okay.
I mean? I think benefit just goes, like, from the most minor thing, but I will not chill with people that I don't feel, like, the slightest benefit from. Like, you need to either, like, comfort me, or we need to, like, be partners, or we need to just be able to do something that, like, can both help us advance, because honestly, that's all I'm trying to do. So if you're, like, not trying to advance, then I really just don't feel like we can just chill in the future when I'm settled. You feel me? But right
Okay.
now, like, I just need people that can be there and help me advance. Not even help me, but just let's advance together. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I low-key felt that. I felt not necessarily because people are going to think that as selfishness of like, oh, so now you're using me because now you're a friend. But that's not the case, because
Yeah.
within every relationship, everything that we do, even if you're doing it for someone, you know at the end of the day you're doing it for yourself because that's a choice you made. So there has to be something in regards to you benefiting from it. Whether it's like a lesson or like something that you just really needed to have, you know?
Yeah.
Mind-wise. In regards to expired friendships, I'm gonna speak about this on a surface kind of, not necessarily surface kind of level, because, but like, yeah, surface level, because all of my friends that I have with me, like, I have, as you said, friends in certain categories for certain reasons, and I would say that my friend circle is pretty tight. Like, I have a lot of people who I hold very close to me and, like, I love dearly, so it's just, sorry.
Are you good?
Because, like, you know, all my friends are, like, mad close. I know them for dumb long. So, like, if you stick with me and if you rock with me, bet, like, I just know you're there for me. And vice versa, like, you know, I'm gonna always be there for you. But in regards to, like, expiring, I feel like I don't want to be like none of my friends. I feel like I don't have any other friends that expired, because I definitely do know people have just drifted away in like that certain time period. And it's like it was meant to be. Again, all love to you regardless of whatever you're doing, but I'll like your picture on Instagram. Like I'll try and like reach out, and, like do like little things like that that show compassionate love. I know like it's really dumb, but like a like could go a long way. It's really stupid. I hate
nowadays,
social
yeah.
media.
Nowadays, you're right. Yo, that's funny, bro. Okay, what do y'all think is harder to get over? A breakup with like your best friend, or break up in a relationship?
Wait, can I finish my thought first?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I was not
My
done
fault,
at
bro.
all. Rude.
That's rude, Dante.
That,
I thought
Don't
you
ever
was-
I was
interrupt
trying to
another black woman like that
process it.
again.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's
Sorry, Queen.
I was speaking.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Yeah, that was yes.
Go ahead.
In regards to that, I feel like it's just all about your growth process, because when you get older, yeah, that may be your girl that you rocked with for 10 plus 11 years, but there's a process in like the growth and change of who you are as a being and what you're trying to like, not even present or show off to the world, but like who you are, who you stand as. And sometimes like it just falls off because who you are doesn't match that person's same energy, and that's just growth, and it's just like drifting off, and it's okay. That's just a part of life.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's like it's true.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I feel that
definitely.
because you can grow out of that person that you used to be with that quote unquote best friend, and it's like
It's not even purposeful, and I
nah,
just feel like
it's just growth.
people do that with like things that they want and hobbies in life. It's like you're gonna find friends and the people that you want to surround yourself with more so with the things that you're doing in your daily habits in life. So
Interesting.
I'm actually really happy you asked that question, because like on the way here, I was thinking about it, and like it's honestly like really sad, and like I have been feeling a little down like the past week, and honestly I'm really glad you asked that, because that actually kind of like answered my question, like your question. Yo, I hate you, Dante. Yo, I don't know. It's like, especially the past few weeks, I've been feeling really good and just reaching out to a lot of just old people, or a lot of old friends have been reaching out to me just because, I got the new crib, and like people want to come over and congratulate me and shit. And
Congratulations.
oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But like, I don't know, like just talking to a whole bunch of old friends, it made me realize like, damn, I'm just like, I always try to encourage people and like have sit downs. I always feel like I'm like a therapist to my friends, but like the past few weeks, I've just been realizing like, yo, some people are just on totally different waves. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's sad because it's like you grew up with some of these people and like they're good people, but it's like, damn, some of y'all I'm like, damn, some of y'all could really hold me back, like, because if they want to like keep reaching out and keep doing shit, I'm just like, yo, I'm into other things right now.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel, and why I mean benefit, because I know some people that I've loved for years and that like we just don't even connect. Like whenever we hang out, it's just like we have interest in completely different things, and it's like, well, what do we do now? Like now we're just sitting here smoking a joint and like wasting life. Like to me, that's like it just feels like things are meant to be grown out of sometimes, and like the love can always be there and unconditional. And if I love you and we didn't fall off on bad terms and we just kind of fell off, I'm gonna still check in on you like months later, years later, just to make sure you're good. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you fall out with somebody, you both understand, and like it's natural,
I want to get better on that, like just checking up on people, especially
Yeah.
like, I don't know, I'm horrible at just checking up on.
You know what the problem with it was checking up on, bro? It's like people find reason, like people want to know the reason why you're checking up on them nowadays. Like nowadays, like you
Really?
can't just check up on somebody just to be genuine. Like make sure that they're good. Like I checked up on somebody before recently, and they thought like I was trying to like
Just get in their business.
get in their
be nosy.
business or like trying to rekindle some, like let's say something that we had, and it's like nah, like I'm genuinely want to make sure you're good type shit.
Yeah.
that's
I
funny.
feel like maybe because nowadays like you don't see a lot of good
People, like,
good
it's
people.
hard. Everybody
That's why
has a
too,
motive, and
everybody there's always a motive to
Yeah.
certain things.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
That's sad.
It's
no.
rare for people to be genuine these days.
I think
it's
that's why.
yeah,
so rare. Everybody just wants to benefit, and nothing wrong with benefiting, because I agree as well. But I'm also very, very genuine, and like I love people, and like if I rock with you, like yo, my love goes so deep for you,
Facts.
like OD.
Facts. Oh, you done? I can ask my question now.
Yes, you can ask the question.
All right,
now.
Dante.
We're done.
She
That was
presses me
mad
again.
attitude.
that was mad passive
She
aggressive.
pressed
No,
me
yeah.
hard,
Yeah,
bro.
Dante.
She pressed me hard when I asked that question.
Because you interrupted.
You was
not.
quiet for like 30
I was
seconds.
I was trying to
She's trying to
process,
formulate her
bro.
opinion, Dante.
Alright,
Damn.
go ahead. Well, then I forgot my question. Oh yeah, what do y'all think is more hard to get over, like a friendship, a best friend breakup, or like a relationship breakup?
Well, that's hard because what if your best friend is your boyfriend,
Yes.
or vice versa? You know.
Then that's a double loss right
Yeah.
there.
double
Double
loss.
Double whammy.
But you know what? I fought people like that are like that.
Fought people?
You fought
Yeah.
people.
Physically?
You throw
Really?
hands.
No, not fought. Like I feel like that's on people. That's on them.
Oh, you
Oh,
fault.
okay.
Oh,
I
fault.
see.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Okay.
if you personally like, because I know some people that have had their boyfriend or girlfriend as literally their best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and they dropped all their other friends, and really their whole being in life is in this one person.
Oh.
And when
Yes,
shit
I
don't
see.
turn right, you don't have
Yeah, that's kind of
your best friend. That's why I
Yeah,
feel like
very toxic.
friends are very essential, because let's say you and that person break up in that relationship. If you lost all your friends, you have nobody to fall back to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody pick you back up. It's just by yourself. I feel like that's why I feel like people should really take friends into more like serious to me.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
people think that friendships are very expendable.
Yeah.
Like you could just get rid of them and get new ones,
Yeah.
which is true. But it's like when you have a good connection, it's like I'm not trying to like. I think that's why I'm big on I'm not losing my friends if I get in a relationship. Like I'm always try to at least mix it up. Like at least this one week I'm with my girl, my next week I'm with my friends, because I don't want them feeling like they're left out.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I'm saying? So, I guess I
I don't even like I literally like consider you like family. I don't consider you as like.
Aww,
I mean, I've known you my whole fucking life. Like,
Aw, cry.
He's mad serious about it.
no, I'm no, that's just
Not
being
in his
stupid right
feelings.
now.
Cry
but-
never gives me flowers, man.
Aww.
That's why I don't open up.
Beautiful
No,
moment.
this is him showing his emotional side. You just gotta embrace
Yeah,
it.
it's my cancer side showing a little bit, man.
Because he's like mocking it now.
No, I'm not. I'm actually
No,
genuinely happy.
he's genuine. He just
Genuinely
doesn't know
happy.
how to express his emotions properly.
Exactly.
You know, we've only been talking every day since like we were 11, but it's cool.
Text in the group chat.
Yeah.
It's a difference. But continue.
Wow. There's
You
a
guys know we've had a group chat. How long has a group chat been
Bro,
going on?
like
At least 8 years.
What?
8 to 10 years. We've had the same group
Commitment.
chat.
I love it.
That is mad
and
commitment.
these
love to see
people,
that.
I hate it because I have to put them on silent because they were
Bro,
really
they
talking
talk- we
every
talk about
single day.
nothing,
like
bro.
anything, any news related thing, anything,
And we gonna put it in
anything that somebody's thinking, they just say shit in
say it
it.
in the group chat, bro.
Like
That's
it's
too
actually
funny.
really good. It's really good though.
Wait, you answered my question, bro.
What?
What's
Oh, what's
hard to get
worse?
over?
Well,
A
definitely
best friend?
friendships because honestly,
Really?
yeah, definitely friendships.
More than a breakup with in a
Yeah.
relationship?
Yeah, me personally, just because like I said, like I don't have a lot of friends, like good friends, so like I can't imagine like I've never lost a friend, honestly. Well, a best friend, so I don't even know what it is to like lose a best friend. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's scary. You're right.
you know, I don't even know.
No, that's a fact. Same with me, because I was gonna be like, I've lost friends before, but I've never lost the
best
people.
friend,
Yeah.
I agree also. I only have 2 best friends and like they've been in my life forever, so I don't really know what it's like to lose a best friend, but I guess somebody I've dated was like a boyfriend and best friend. And I would say it wasn't that difficult because like I am so complicated to break up with.
Just explain. You have to explain that.
She one of those.
So
Where you going? You're not leaving. You talking
no,
about?
I wouldn't say that either.
Oh yeah, don't.
No,
yeah, don't say
I'm
that,
not
please.
crazy like that. No, like if you want to go, go. But like I'm a great woman, so it's hard to leave me.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, I'm a good ass woman. But yeah, like I feel like I don't break up with people. Like, it's very hard for me to be a person to like break up with you. And if I do, like, damn, you fucking up. But I feel like people that I've dated, I kind of grew out of them, like being their best friend by the time that we broke up. So it wasn't really that hard on me, but I feel like vice versa, it was probably definitely difficult on them. But I kind of grow out of you before I break up. And I want to fix that. Like, that was a bad habit I used to have.
But I'm
not
sure
a
guys
problem.
definitely know. I felt like women know too. Like when a woman or guy is just like grown out of you, like you could just tell.
Yeah,
like
you
there's been
can.
relationships I've been in where I'm like, I could just tell that it's just not working, and she's like, she might be like saying everything's good, but I could just tell. Like,
Is that a good excuse? Like saying I growed out of you?
I mean, you have to have
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah, reason,
You can't just say it.
definitely.
And
You don't need to have a reason. You can honestly just be like, nah, and you don't have to explain yourself and just dip, and that's just you. It may be
Nah.
fucked up for the other person, but
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
that's life.
Mm.
I
You're never
mean,
always
yeah.
gonna have an explanation for everything. Is your boss gonna tell you why you're fired?
Sometimes.
well,
Yeah.
I would demand that.
Yeah, me
honestly.
too. I'm gonna be like, the fuck?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, when worst comes to worst, you're right. You can always just dip. You know, that's true. But I can't just do off the rip. Just dip.
That's
No,
fucked
yeah,
up.
no, that's really fucked
I
up. But
definitely
I'm
did
just
that,
saying,
but
like,
that's fucked
you
up.
have all
I
rights to
thought
do
that too
that.
was fucked up. Yeah, you do. You really have all rights to dip. You're right. You don't have to
Yeah.
offer an explanation to anything. You're right.
Damn, you sound like 16-year-old me right now. That was me when I was 16.
That's a sad bro. That's
Really?
crazy.
How do y'all feel about like trying to get with good friends? Like maybe dating a good friend?
That I never have dated a friend. Whenever I like meet people, I feel like I always put you in a perspective. It's like either I put you in a category where you're gonna just be my friend or you're not. I have never
Really?
dated a friend. Yeah, and I feel like it's because I know what I like.
Okay.
And I'm very, very observant. So honestly, by the first time we meet, I could tell whether
probably
like
could tell.
I'm a fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, I want you to be my man or my friend.
Okay.
So I've never dated a friend. I just feel like that's a boundary I can't cross.
So you know off the rip whether you want to be with somebody or not,
Not whether I want to be with you or not.
or you see them in that like
Yeah, it's like this could be a person of interest, so I would definitely like make sure I put that boundary before I like make them a friend.
So have you ever had you ever had a friends with what's it called? Friends with
Benefits?
Yeah, benefits kind of deal then?
But that's different.
No, it's not.
Everybody. Most people have had friends with benefits. Oh no,
Most
let me not say.
people
Let me
might
not say
have
that.
those
Let me not say
things.
that.
Yes, but at the same time, I felt like I also established it as like friends with benefits. Like it wasn't like
So
we
you
were just
established it. It wasn't like
It wasn't up in
'Cause-
the air like nobody knew what was going on.
yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it wasn't like we were just friends first. It was more like you're gonna be my friend, and now we also have benefits too.
okay. No, no, that's what I asked her because she said
Yeah.
is a friend or I want to fuck with you type shit. So that's why I was asking. Like that's interesting
Yeah.
because friends with benefits could literally be we've been friends for a long time and then someone down the line we
I don't like that. I don't like being friends with people and then like getting with them. To me, it just seems like, for me, it just doesn't work because like I just like my friends different from like people that I date. I'm like not two different people, but the way I love a person and the way I love my partner is just always totally different from the way I love a friend.
well we don't have to be a
So-
partner. It could
Dante, I'm about to pull up from the 3-point line right
roll
quick.
up, bro. On some stuff.
Yo, I think people put way too much like emphasis on sex, and like I think sex is way big of a deal for people. Like than
It's
it
too
actually
much big a
is
deal.
too big of a deal. Like
It is.
people make sex too sentimental. Like I do understand. I trust me, I do understand it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just like so.
I think as a woman, for me, my perspective is I create life.
For
So
women, okay, I could see it that perspective.
I am
yeah.
not about to just be sitting here
Yeah.
having sex with everybody and like.
But like if you, because I'm speaking from the perspective where like I know a lot of women who like would want to have sex and like, well, not saying with me per se, but like they want to have sex, but but like yeah, that's the thing. Like they want to, but they're like you know, it's like sex is like such a big deal. Like you got to be with this. Like even though they have
Yes.
somebody who cares about them, that's
I
why.
feel you.
That's why like I don't. It sounds super weird, and I don't want to think like. I have a lot of women friends, but I don't think it's weird to like have sex, especially if you know the person, you know what they're about, you know where they stand. Like
Because
that's
you
probably
know
the best
somebody.
person to have sex with. But people just put so much emphasis on sex. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the mic.
No,
My
you're
face
good.
keeps smacking. I'm sorry.
I think that like I can be friends with somebody after we have sex though. Like to me, like sex is just sex. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
honestly,
like as
that's-
humans.
I that's when I have like the best friendships. Honestly, well, like. Oh, this sounds so weird. I'm sorry. Never
No, it's
mind. I'm
okay.
sorry. I hate being
Talk your
personal.
shit.
man.
Don't even worry
'Cause
about
people
it.
look at me crazy. like-
No,
No,
I
not
know
at
you're
all.
being
That's
honest.
what you're
Like,
saying.
Not at
no.
all, bro.
Honestly, yo,
I
'cause
like the
I feel
perspective.
like sex is like after I have sex with you, like yo, if I seen you naked, like I've never had like an awkward moment after I've had sex. Like
Yeah,
I've
I
always
never
had
had either.
awkward moments before like sex, but after
Always,
sex, I
always
feel like
before.
that's just an icebreaker.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, I feel like people put too much emphasis on sex. Like
Okay.
I feel like it's a vulnerable state too.
it is, yeah, no, it is.
Because you're showing that person your all. Like even if it's just a naked body, like that means a lot to
Yeah,
us as well.
Yes.
For a woman, yeah.
that is
I
true.
think I'm more towards. I think I agree with you. Low key, I agree with you, but not.
No,
don't.
I agree with you. I don't like.
But-
I
I agree
see
with-
it.
But see,
Yeah, I
like,
agree
but
with
a lot of people, the thing that fucks it up, like a lot of guys in particular, like they go too overboard with,
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
So like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
guys who are really not genuine, like with it,
Mhm.
and they just
Yeah.
actually just want to have sex and whatever.
Exactly.
But for the people who actually like fuck with you and care about you and like you enjoy sex and the other person enjoys sex,
No, I agree with you.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
just a thought, you know.
But yeah, like I agree with you, but then I also agree with the woman's perspective
Yeah.
of how it's just like our bodies are mad sacred. So
I do
it's
see
just
that
like
perspective too. Yeah,
And then
That
it
just
goes
changes.
along the thing of like protecting yourself
yeah,
too.
protect,
Yes.
you always
So-
want to protect yourself.
Definitely.
That's another
for
thing.
sure.
But I agree. I think sex is a little bit. excuse me. I think nowadays it's starting to get like normalized now. Like it's not turning into
Yeah,
a
it's
big
not
deal.
as taboo now.
But before it was like if you had sex, it was like stop the presses type shit. Like niggas is about to
Yeah,
give you a whole interview about the sex. Like I definitely
about the
hate
sex.
About
yeah.
the sex.
about the sex. But that brings me to another thing about not trying to go back to the alpha and beta shit, but that's another reason why I'm an alpha and beta. Like, because I know an alpha man, like during that time, they would like be assertive in those
During sex?
situations. I'm not, bro.
During sex, really?
Bro, I'm like,
Now we're really getting personal, huh?
you know what it is, bro? Because I think,
Weak.
I think. I'm sorry to get back on this,
No,
but I
I
think
like
it's because I was raised by a lot of women in my
Women,
life,
yeah, yeah.
so
Yes.
I've learned to respect women.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're like sacred to
Definitely.
me. So I don't want to ever overstep my boundary and
Yeah.
me make a move and then you feel totally uncomfortable. I would never want to film like that.
It's
So
definitely
that's why
better to
I
think
would
like that than to be overly
Exactly.
aggressive. You
Yeah.
always want to protect yourself.
So I'd rather have a woman like give me like
The
a
signs.
little sign. Like you could just give me a look and I'll know what it is type shit. But if you just like this, like we about to sit like this together. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm
No
the
funny
same
shit.
way.
Energy.
Yeah, I'm not. I
That's
would
a
never.
fact.
I can't do that, bro.
Okay, really quick, Dante.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what is your process when it comes to making the first move, quote unquote, on a woman? Because that's very tricky.
Interesting.
That's hard, bro.
And
I
I-
have like 25 moves.
Yo, he got them planned and prepared. That's crazy.
Am I just
Yo,
exposing
I
you?
plan everything in my head before it happens.
That is crazy.
I plan
Really?
everything.
It's
I'm
okay.
I'm such a planner. Like I need to plan stuff before it happens.
Wait, so
That's why
what's-
it's hard for me to go outside, bro.
Yo, what's 1 through 10? You have plans to go outside too? Like
No,
the
I
process?
plan. So okay. So quick insight to
Damn, Dante,
Dante.
I want to set you up
Nah,
like
you
this.
good.
My bad.
So in the group chat, we always make plans. There's always plans floating around.
Mhm.
I see it, and I look at the plan. Like last night, we had a plan. We had a plan to go watch the game.
Watch the game.
Watch the game. Was it no, Friday night? Friday night
Yeah.
to watch the game, right? So I was looking. I was like, I don't know. Because there's so many things we can go. I can go to the game. We can go somewhere after that. I can go to the game. Maybe I
You're
get tired.
You're just an overthinker.
I overthink. So I think that's why I plan a lot of stuff before I do it. So going back to the situation like with making the first move, it's like I have to make sure the setting is right. Like if we're in like somebody's crib, I'm gonna make sure like like the door is closed, make sure like the bed looks good. Like
The
I'll
parents
make
are
sure.
downstairs doing whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're digging yourself in the grave.
this is
right
how
now.
I think when I make first moves. Like I need to make sure everything is perfect in order for me to make a move. Now, if she's up and vocal about what she's trying to do, then I don't need to plan enough. Like, you would it. But if it's like up in the air and like we dabbled in like flirting conversations to messages, but we don't know what it is yet, then my first move would probably be
What is it? What's your first move, Dante? What is it?
He can't spit it out.
so my first move is if we
I wanna
just
hear this.
chilling, I'm gonna put some like Isaiah Rashad on real quick.
He said Isaiah
That's your
Rashad.
first. That's your first.
Some like smooth ass music,
Yeah,
like some chill
chill.
vibe shit, right? So we just chilling,
That's
like
really sexy.
even in the car type shit, just some smooth shit, right? So then I'm gonna like lay back on the pillow.
Whoa.
I'm not no.
Whoa.
I'm not even gonna ask her. I'm just laying back chilling. I'm on my phone. I'm not even like pressing nothing. And she'll be like laying back like on the bed thing.
This definitely happened to me. Like,
And
I'm
then
weak.
and then let's say after that we just talk, chat about anything, right? Blah blah blah. And then we end up like cuddling. I don't know how we cuddle. And then I won't do nothing for like 35 minutes because I don't want to make that first move. Then you reject me. I think after that, I think we're gonna once we have like that eye contact move, I think that's when I'm gonna do it. That's when I do it normally.
Once you have eye contact.
Yeah. I can't just be like I can't just be like, yo girl, come over here. Like I'm not smooth like that. I'm not smooth like
Yeah, I
that.
can't see you doing that.
I can't. That's so like I'm like a very like you need to give me a look. You gotta give me like a hint.
And yeah,
Yeah, I can't just assume that you want it.
yeah.
'Cause I feel like that's rude. Because you never know. What if they just want to chill?
That's actually a big.
Feel you.
That's a big thing with me and women. Like I see, just because like I was always taught. Like I don't know. I always want to protect myself, so I never
That
want to
too.
put myself
That
in a
too.
situation where
That too.
somebody could say something happened and they didn't want that to happen. So like
That too.
I'm not gonna lie. I never. Well, like I said, you kind of have like I said the hints. Like you have to like give me a very like. It can't be a subtle hint. Like it has to be very direct. And
Yeah.
I'm very direct. Like I'm super.
Me
direct.
too. Yeah.
So, have you guys ever been in a position where your girl is mad submissive and she wants that?
What do you mean? What's that?
To
Like,
be direct.
yeah, to be like, yo, girl, come here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And when she says that, it's
Yeah.
ooh.
Like if
No,
me and
I'm
my
talking
girl
the
have that.
opposite way. Like,
Oh.
she needs you to be that person.
Oh yeah, no, I've had women like be like, yo, like you need to do this. I've
Oh, yeah, I remember.
like,
But, like, I'll say for you.
all right.
You about to get in trouble again. Let me not. Yes, I have been in that situation because I'm very a subtle guy. So like I never overstepping my boundaries.
Yeah.
So I've had women said that she wants me to be more affirmative, like an alpha, like go come over here type shit. I've had been in that situation. And is it uncomfortable for me in the beginning? Sure.
Sometimes it can
just
be
because I never know. Like I guess I'm very sketchy with like women's mental. Like I don't want it to come off a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that's why when like there's drinks involved too, I really try not to do. I really try not to do it because then we could do something. The next one you don't remember it, then it's like fuck. Then
Yeah.
I feel like some type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel that way. So that's why I'm very skeptical with that.
That's really
But,
good to be cautious, though.
What was your question?
What was my question?
No, you answered it.
Oh.
Yeah,
You answered it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's my first move.
It's nice to
What
know
about
your
you, man?
moves.
What's your first move? If you want to share it, because I know you don't want to share too much.
I'll say one of my moves. After we established that we have feelings for each other, I'm a very like touchy person. Like I like, and not a creepy way, at all. But if I like you, I don't know, like
contact.
I hear you.
I like physical contact as far as like not any in a sexual way, but I don't know, like I like just playing with your arms, your legs. Like I like giving massages, like playing with your feet.
Okay.
That's just my shit.
You
Like
play
I-
your feet, bro? You give massages to feet?
oh yeah, that's my shit. That's my
As
shit.
you should.
That's my shit.
Have you guys ever had to make the first move?
Yes, I'm a person like I love an alpha man. Like you must be an alpha man. I am a dominant woman, but I don't like to be dominant in the bedroom. Like
Okay.
and it can, it'll be vocalized. I have no problem saying what I want, but at the same time, like I appreciate a dominant man
Sexually.
sexually.
What about you?
I like being submissive. I'm not gonna front, but not majority of times, I would say a half and half. I would have to be the dominant, and sometimes it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never been in a situation where like a woman has really dominated me sexually.
Yeah.
Like I don't, but I'm not like I don't know. I don't like to be dominated. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I just not my thing at all.
Sounds
yeah.
like an ego problem.
It's not an ego problem. No, it's not that. Honestly, I just like this. No, it's not that. Honestly,
He's scared.
honestly, I hate being vulnerable. Honestly, my body, my body is just really sensitive. Honestly, like I can't be touched. Like when I say I'm super sensitive, like
Yeah.
I like touching, but I can't be touched. Like
It-
I don't like massages. I don't like people like touching.
okay.
Like I like when women like touch on me, but I don't like everything tickles me. Like everything literally tickles me.
Bro,
All right, this has been episode 86 of the Soapbox.
I'm just remembering this. Yo, some girl smacked the shit out of me doing sex, bro.
Smacked you.
Smacked the shit out of
For
me,
what?
bro. That's what she was into.
I've had people who
like,
ask me to do that shit
oh.
before.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
like
I
she
guess
smacked
being
me.
dominant
No, if a woman
Fun.
smacked me, I would
Yeah.
definitely feel some type.
Like-
of
Yo, she smacked me during sex, though. I didn't know how to feel about that.
I don't think pain is like enjoyable during sex. I'm not one of those people where like I understand where a lot of women like pain,
I don't
but
mind pain.
I don't like pain. I don't
don't
want to be
like pain.
slapped. I don't want.
Wait, did you,
You
say
don't
you
like the
understand
scratches?
why a lot
No,
of women do?
Well, I mean, I don't understand, but I know a lot of women
I just
do.
wanted to clarify.
I don't really know. I don't understand. Honestly, I don't. But I just don't like pain during like sex or anything.
Okay.
Y'all ever had like hot wax poured on y'all during sex?
That sounds horrible.
It is horrible. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get why
That
people like.
happened to you before?
I've. You know me. You know I'm a wild guy. Like you know me, but
Bro, dude, I'm not
Right.
judging, my nigga. I'm just curious.
yeah. Oh my god.
I don't think I would not mind it. I have a very high pain tolerance. So like I've never done it, but not opposed.
All right, fine, you can wrap it up.
Pour a
if you want.
little hot wax on the coochie around the.
Coochie.
You're wildin', bro. That
is-
must hurt.
This has been episode 86 of the Soapbox.
Yes, sir.
You finish. I don't want to.
Okay, I want to thank Zeta for coming on this episode real quick. Get a applause real quick.
Thank you.
So we have a plug-in thing when we have guests on. So you want to plug anything in,
Plug
like people to
anything you
follow,
want.
anything like that?
Oh
You
my
plug it
god. Okay, yeah. So I am releasing a music video very soon.
in? Okay.
For Strollin' Lonely, so stay tuned. Visuals are gonna be crazy. And that's it.
It's
Stay
lit.
tuned.
Thank you guys for listening on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure y'all follow us on the Soapbox. What is it? Make sure. I don't know.
Man, just follow. I don't know. Stream
Make sure
us.
y'all vote.
Stream us.
Make sure y'all
yes,
vote.
yes.
Bonus
Vote.
coming soon. Make sure y'all vote.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Make sure y'all are registered too.
Yes.
Yesterday was the
Definitely
last day, I
registered.
believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
So I
was
hope
the last
everybody
day.
registered. Oh my God. All right, we out. Sorry.
Peace.